Listener discretion is advised.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the I Should Totally Be Dead Right Now podcast, where we tell true stories of survivors of true crime, natural disasters, and everything else in between. This week, we have Cassie.
Hey guys. Hi Cassie.
Thank you so much. She actually suggested my favorite drink of all time, which is a Moscow Mule, so thank you for that. I do appreciate it.
I was not pleased.
No.
But now I am pleased because turns out they're delicious. And
yes.
Yeah, I'm smitten with your recipe.
Thank you.
They are. What is in this? Like, give us a rundown.
So it is, we use Grey Goose vodka, ginger beer, and fresh lime, with a little mint on top for a garnish.
You had like little special ginger beers where they had a cool top.
Little pop tops, yeah.
Anyway, they were cool.
Well, it's like a cap, but also a tab.
Yeah, you like.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got special ones. You didn't get just any ginger beer is what I'm saying.
That's right. I did it right.
I actually thought you were just going to get ginger ale. Ginger beer and ginger ale are completely different,
They are
right?
completely different, yes.
Like, you're done. God damn it.
Please, Michelle.
I do have a suggestion.
Yes.
For future Moscow Mules, something to try.
Yes.
The kettle botanical vodkas.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know which ones you're talking about.
Very good. I've had a few different flavors, and the first one I actually did make Moscow Mules with, and you didn't need like any of the fresh things, just the vodka and the ginger beer, and it already had like enough of those flavors, although a bit spendy, like $30.
Okay.
Well, that was the that sampler I got one time. Remember, of all the little vodkas, and it had cranberry and those were all delicious. So.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah, and I don't remember what flavor it was. I think it was
lime?
I think it was mint and lime.
Okay.
So I think you're kind of missing the...
So you could make all kinds of drinks with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. What is that one with the Coke? Is that the... I can't even fucking...
What?
You can't say that word.
I can't say it! What? Cuba Libre?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
The country that starts with the C-U-B-A. Cuba Libre.
Oh.
Wow, Michelle.
Oh my god. Or Libre. Please cut this entire section out. I want to kill myself.
No, that should stay.
Oh dear.
Let's just leave that there.
Anyway, I'm just saying you could also make those with that. Because that's lime. Mojitos you can make.
Oh,
look at me.
I love mojitos.
Mojito.
We haven't had mojitos yet, so...
We haven't.
That. But
we could make them with that. That's lime and mint. That's what I was thinking of. The Cuba Libres are just with lime. There's no mint.
Okay. Wait. So Cassie has a story, but she wants to go second.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And then so I'll go first, and then she'll go next, and
I will just chat per usual.
That's right.
I chat a lot.
Maybe not, because I might be like devastated by your story. So we'll see.
No, you won't be.
Okay.
Oh my god,
No.
maybe you should go first now.
No.
My word.
Okay, ready?
No.
This story is about Mary Vincent.
Mary Vincent.
So it is September 1978, and Mary is 15 years old.
I was almost one. I was coming up to my
Okay.
1 year birthday, in case you were curious.
So...
Are you doing the math right now? Yeah, I was born in 77.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That explains that outfit you told me about earlier. Yep.
The orange jumpsuit?
No, this was a different one.
Yeah.
Let me just explain this outfit really quick.
Okay.
I apologize,
No, it's
Mary
okay.
Vincent. We'll get back to you in un momento. No, this was my favorite outfit of all time, and let me tell you, when I was wearing it, I thought I was fucking hot shit. Like, I just knew I was fucking, you just feeling it, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't think I mentioned this part. So, I had this oversized t-shirt.
Okay.
It didn't have sleeves. It was like a muscle tee, if you will. And it came down to my knees, and it was turquoise, and then it had in hot pink, like 80s writing, it said Hawaii.
Oh my gosh.
And so I would wear that with a pair of dark pink, like hot pink tights, and then my pale pink pumps.
Oh my
So
gosh.
with like a 1-inch heel on them, and then I finished it all off with a hot pink belt. And when I put that shit on, I was rolling around. I was like 10 years old. Fucking.
Okay, now I feel weird now after the 10. You said 10, and then I said and then I realized it was 10, and I was like, wait, no.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
But just a few suggestions here. It
Oh.
does change things being the cutoff sleeve. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I know, it
But-
did.
A fanny pack instead, like a pink.
That's
I-
90s,
I said
though.
fink. That was weird.
Fanny packs were in the 90s. I had a great fanny pack.
Did you have a fanny pack?
I
did
did.
never had a fanny pack. No,
When I was a
I
kid.
never. Oh God! But man, I felt good.
That
And
outfit needed a fanny pack.
Well, you know what? That outfit needed to be burned. That's what happened.
All right. So, Mary
Uh.
is 15 years old, and she is hitchhiking.
How old? 15?
Yeah.
Oh, these hitchhikers.
I know. I've had a lot of hitchhiking stories.
I know,
Just don't do it. Don't
Yeah,
do it.
just. Well, this is.
A lot of people do it for the experience.
I would never.
Mm.
My dad picked up a hitchhiker once, and it was awful because I was in the truck with him, and she kept putting her hand on my face. Like, she kept doing this, like, wiping motion from my forehead down to my chin.
No.
And I just remember she would hit my bottom lip and,
Ew.
like,
That's
rub against it. And I just remember my bottom lip is so dry now because she keeps doing this thing. And I was like, Dad, we gotta.
that
get
makes
her.
me uncomfortable.
It made me
Like,
wildly uncomfortable. And I was like, I don't know what to do right now. And then we dropped her off at the grocery store and she went on her way and we went in to buy groceries.
Okay.
It was weird and uncomfortable.
So, so she's hitchhiking from Las Vegas, Nevada to California to get to see her grandfather in Corona.
Okay.
So she ran away from home because her parents are on the verge of a divorce.
So she's feeling super bummed out, probably
Yeah.
a little bit depressed.
So is that in Mexico?
Corona is, I think, just down
California.
in Southern California. So
Yeah.
we're talking maybe about 4 hours away, is my guess. Maybe we should look it up, though.
I just thought, Mexican lager. So
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
Corona.
I did not pick up on that at all. I'm the worst. Sorry, go ahead.
So she actually had a promising dance career. She was lead dancer at the Lido de Paris.
I don't know. I couldn't say
Lido.
Cuba earlier, so I don't know.
Lido de Paris. Lido de
Lido
Paris. Lido de Paris.
Oh my goodness. You want to give it a go?
Lido de Paris.
Ooh.
Dang, girl. Ooh, I just got chills.
My sister took French, so
Okay. Well,
I don't know anything.
so she
That
was
is very impressive.
so she was a lead dancer.
Okay.
Okay. But she was a rebel. So she would cut class. She would run away. So this is her first time running away. Okay.
Okay, so she is running away from home
Yeah.
to go see her grandpa in
Yes.
Corona, California.
Yes.
Which we're thinking at this point is about a 4-hour trip.
Sure.
And she's hitchhiking.
Yes.
Okay.
So Mary stood with other hitchhikers when a blue van pulled up. So she wasn't alone. There's other hitchhikers, but she didn't know any of them.
Again, a van?
Yeah. A blue van.
Oh.
So there was an older man in the van and only offered a ride to Mary. And he claimed that he didn't have enough room for everyone else.
Okay. So he rolls up in a van.
Yeah.
And is like, ding, ding, ding. Nope, only you, Mary.
Yeah.
Hop on in. And no, I don't
Mary's
got room
smarter
for any...
than that, right?
I know,
Well,
like...
the other hitchhikers protested, like, do not go with him by yourself. And
Naturally.
she was just tired of being alone and was just tired, and she just wanted to get to her grandparents' house as fast as
It's
she
like,
could.
fuck it, I'm going for it.
Pretty much.
All
So
right.
she jumps in. So this man is Lawrence Singleton.
Do you think they had seen him before? Like, is this like a
I don't-
hitchhiker route? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just think of a
Maybe.
group of
I mean-
hitchhikers. Anyway, okay, I'm sorry. Go
So Lawrence Singleton is a 50-year-old man, and he's an old ex-merchant mariner. So he was headed to Reno, but then offered her a ride to Los Angeles.
Okay, so I'm going to turn around and go in the exact opposite direction for 4 hours.
Yep. So now they're in the car. They're
Heading off
to Los Angeles.
Okay.
Mary lit up a cigarette, and then she sneezed, and then he tried to pull her closer to see if she was sick. Like, here, come over here and I'll check your temperature.
I got some Triaminic in the back if you need a little.
She quickly jerked away and sat against the door just out of his reach. They continued to drive, and he said he had to stop at his house first in San Francisco to pick up some laundry.
I'm looking up where Corona is now. So they're taking an 8-hour detour up to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Well, it's 8 hours from San Francisco to LA. And that's where Corona is, kind of in Riverside, I think.
This is a crazy drive. Well, they made it.
She's fucking done with me forever.
They made it to San Francisco, and she even helped him load the laundry up into the van. So then they're back on the road, and Mary fell asleep. At this time, apparently, Lawrence started to drink liquor out of a milk carton because he has a serious drinking problem. Sober him is a decent man, but drunk him is a hostile person. So
Out of a milk carton?
Yeah.
Nasty.
I guess you can do it while you're driving because it's not suspicious.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That probably makes sense.
Yeah.
Unless it's really hot, then
That's just gross. Yeah.
So she wakes up and sees a sign that they're going the opposite direction of where he said he was taking her. She right away confronted him about it, and he said that was an honest mistake, and he turned around and went the other way.
He's like, sorry, I'm going to flip a bitch quick.
Yeah.
whoops, you noticed that?
Oh.
So the day was getting late, and Lawrence pulled over to use the restroom because he couldn't wait to the next rest stop. Mary got out as well to stretch her legs.
So are they just on the side of the road?
Yes.
Then?
He pulled over to the side of the road. He's going to the bathroom. She's stretching her legs. She went to the bathroom. She knows her shoe was untied, and she went down to tie them, and then she gets hit in the head with a hammer.
A hammer?
Yes. Lawrence yelled, "Don't scream or I'll kill you." He dragged her body to the van and shoved her inside. In the van, he tied her hands behind her back and raped and sodomized her.
Oh my goodness.
You just really dropped that on us. Wow. And
And then this happened.
Yeah. He then proceeded to do. To move the van down into a canyon where he was completely naked. So he's driving around naked in a canyon. Oh my God. He cut the ties to her hands and forced her to drink alcohol. So he gave her the milk carton of booze. So he cut the ties to her hands and forced her to drink alcohol. So yeah,
out of the milk carton.
Yep.
Right.
He said he would let her go if she cooperated. He assaulted her a few more times while she continued to drink, and then she finally passed out from the alcohol.
I just wonder what kind of alcohol is in there.
I wouldn't care. I would want to be wasted at that point too.
You're just
kind
like,
of. Yeah. I mean,
agreed.
If you're gonna continue this, then yeah, I would.
Yeah. He then told her to get out of the van and lay on the ground outside. So she lays on the ground outside, and he takes a hatchet and cuts off her forearms with 5 swings.
What?
He cuts off her forearms with 5 swings.
That was not what I was fucking expecting at all.
You're not gonna need these.
So he cuts her off, like, just below the elbow?
Yeah, just below the elbow.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Oh my god, jeez.
Yeah.
Why? What?
I don't know. That's just a random... I don't know.
Because he's a fucking sick bastard. That's why.
So she passed out from the pain.
Yeah, no shit.
And he pushed her... he pushed her limp body down to the canyon into a concrete culvert. Culvert?
Oh, culvert.
Culvert. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thinking she was dead, he took off. And she regained consciousness and knew if she did not survive, then other girls would have the same fate as she has.
Oh.
So she's still naked, and so she coated the 2 wounds in dirt to kind of help the bleeding. Yeah. So she made her way.
Okay, so
sorry,
she's
freaking
like,
out.
No, I know. I thought you had to sneeze. Sorry.
No, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So, okay, so she was she passed out when her arms got cut off?
So she was conscious and she could feel him chopping it. Once she probably lost some blood, she passed out.
And
then
he pushed
threw
her.
Uh-huh.
And then she woke up.
Yes.
And was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live so I can, see
Well,
that
that's
guy rot
interesting.
in
Like,
hell.
someone could, cut their wrist here and
you
die, bleed
out.
out, but
Right.
if you cut off,
Yeah.
straight off the...
I'll tell you.
There's
so,
major...
Go
She
on.
tries
there.
to, so she coat the wounds with dirt, trying to stem the bleeding. She made her way back up the hill, letting the sounds of traffic guide her back to where she needs to go. While walking, she's keeping her arms up so the muscles and blood doesn't fall out of her
Oh my
wounds.
god.
So her arms are up, so the open wounds don't, nothing falls
I think
out.
I probably would have lost my mind. Maybe
Yeah.
at this point.
And she's probably
So
still a
she's-
little drunk.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Luckily, maybe.
I
Well,
know.
yeah,
and in
'cause
shock.
That thins the blood, so I don't know. So she's walking around with her arms up like this.
Yeah, I would think she'd be freaking bleeding out hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So a
This
car.
is not what I was expecting at all. God damn it, Caitlin.
Sorry. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Cassie.
Um,
She's like, fuck you, bitches. I'm probably gonna go. I'm not gonna share my stories. And I'm leaving. Is
So
that what's happening?
My burrow feels very, wrinkled.
You're a little
have-
stressed.
I think I'm going to gain an extra wrinkle on the forehead that I didn't need.
So thanks, Caitlin, for
sorry.
that.
Blame you.
A car slowed down, but once they saw Mary in her condition, they sped off.
Oh,
I mean, so this is like the middle of
no.
the night, and you roll up on a woman who's naked that has stumps and is bleeding. I mean, like, that's a horror movie. Seriously.
It is kind of a
Yeah,
horror
no,
movie.
that would be...
I'm trying to think of how I would react to
So
seeing
scary.
that.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
terrifying to see. So it's, she even like was yelling for help, and like they just, I don't know what.
Maybe they
Oh.
had kids. They weren't in a position to put themselves at risk.
And I mean, there's so many. Well, back in 1978, there wasn't a lot of hoaxes, but like now, I mean, there's so many like hoaxes where I could see this being kind of a theme of that.
Right.
But oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. If it was me just driving, I feel like I would probably keep going. If I'm being completely honest, if Joel was driving, he would pull over. Probably immediately and help.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
It's a hard. Who knows?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
It was not until the morning when two women came by her and wrapped her up in towels and took her to a nearby airport where they called the ambulance.
Oh my goodness.
She underwent surgery and they had to take pieces from her legs to help with the wounds in her arms.
Oh, probably like some skin grafting to close them up, maybe.
Yeah, or some bone.
Maybe.
I don't know. Because
do they do that? Is bone grafting like a thing?
I don't know, because this made her not be able to dance anymore.
Oh.
So she couldn't dance.
Oh, because of what they took out of her leg?
I guess so.
Oh my goodness.
So, but Mary gave a really detailed sketch and they sent it out to the public. And Lawrence's neighbor recognized him immediately and called the cops. So,
He's like, I've always thought that guy was sketchy. Him in that goddamn blue van.
So Lawrence claimed that Mary was a prostitute and was blackmailing him, and of course that didn't go over.
So he was just being a cocksucker.
Pretty much,
in every
yeah.
single
So
way
naturally,
possible.
you needed to cut off her arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So this ended up going to trial. Mary was fitted with prosthetics, but was having issues adapting to her new disability. So she just had like the hook ones. So it wasn't actually hands; it was just the hook ones.
I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine.
So Lawrence was sentenced to a maximum sentence, which was only 14 years.
Say what? Is it because she didn't die? Or
He was charged with kidnapping, mayhem, attempted murder, forcible rape, sodomy, and forced oral copulation.
I feel like that deserves way more than 14 years.
Yeah.
As
does
the
everyone else.
maximum?
That's, yeah. The judge said that he would put him in jail forever if he could, but that was the maximum of that time. I don't know. Like, that's
I
not
just
much.
feel like that at least it should be over 100 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't understand.
He was ordered to pay $2.56 million in restitution to Mary.
Did he pay it?
No, which
Yeah,
she didn't
no
see a
shit
cent
he
of.
didn't.
Yeah.
Fucking done. Fuck
He-
you, Lawrence.
He actually only ended up serving 8 years and 4 months and paroled for good behavior.
So is he out on the street?
Yes. Well, yes, he's out. So, Mary battled with depression. She struggled with anorexia. She was diagnosed with PTSD with nightmares and made her life unstable.
Oh, God.
Her family broke up. Her parents did divorce, and she had 7 siblings, which they all kind of scattered around. Mary moved out after high school and became secretive about her whereabouts.
Oh my God, that's right. She's only 15 when all this happened.
Yeah.
Oh my
So when
God.
she finally graduated high school, she moved. She was secretive about her whereabouts, so she could avoid being tracked down by Lawrence.
Yeah, I think I would be secretive forever.
She lived in constant fear, which made a steady job hard to keep with her PTSD and everything like that. She survived mostly off of donations of welfare. She actually did marry. She got married but divorced after 3 years. Things were not going well.
Is this gonna turn around, Caitlin? My
Sorry.
God.
Things were not going well until she met Tom,
Tom.
an investigator in the prosecutor's office, and he was her backbone, her supporter and bodyguard. She felt safe with him,
Aw.
and he encouraged her to share her story and be an advocate for victims' rights. Her first public speaking was at a high school where a teenage boy heckled her, yelling, "You got what you deserve."
What?
Mhm.
Oh, son of a...
Kids are the worst.
Kids are the worst.
This stuck with her, and she never did a school appearance again. But Tom and Mary worked together and got married. Sorry. And he gave her a diamond necklace instead of a ring because she couldn't wear rings.
Oh.
But so he gave her a necklace. They had 2 sons, Alan and Luke. Mary went to the University of Nevada and continued to work as a victim's advocate. Mary actually became a great artist, and some of her pieces are valued at $2,000.
Nice.
So
Making it.
she's made, yeah. So Lawrence was on parole and under constant surveillance, and he lived in a trailer park. After his parole, he moved to Florida. So he was in and out of jail for petty theft. He stole a hat. He stole just stuff like that, which is weird. I don't know. So
I'm
then
like, fuck this guy. I'm done with him forever.
Lawrence then, his neighbor saw him stabbing a woman in his house.
What?
He-
Oh my God.
He called the police and they arrested him, and he killed a 31-year-old sex worker named Roxanne.
Oh.
Was
Was she actually a sex worker? Because
Yeah,
you tried
she
to say
was.
that Mary was.
No, she was.
I feel bad that the song Roxanne just
Roxanne.
popped into my
Yeah,
mind.
no, so it did for me too.
Roxanne.
You don't have to put on a red light.
That was kind of sassy. Sorry.
Roxanne! Oh, sorry, it's not the Cassie show.
No,
Today
it's
it
good.
is.
Yeah.
Today
Good
it is.
guess. So that went to trial, and actually Mary testified at that trial too, telling the jury what happened to her.
So it's like, this shit is happening
Yeah.
again.
Mhm.
We need to not allow this.
So he was sentenced to death in 1997. He attempted to sue Mary, stating that he was a victim of all
What?
this.
Oh my God. Fuck this sociopath.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it didn't go anywhere. But as of 2017, Mary no longer recognizes Lawrence by his name and only refers to him as my attacker.
yes,
So she does
'cause
not give
that's-
him the power by his name.
Good job.
So, so she's doing good. She's doing art. That's exciting. And victims' rights. So I'm
Yes.
very happy about that.
Caitlin is a victim's advocate.
I
Were you aware of
am.
that? She volunteers.
I
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You're incredible.
You're such
Thank
a
you.
beautiful person.
Isn't
Thank
she?
you.
Yeah.
So nice.
You are.
Caitlin is one of my very favorite people on this planet.
That stays in.
She's
but yeah.
blushing.
Yeah. But yeah, so Mary is doing well. She had a rough year. Yeah, like she had a good patch of rough times, but
Well,
she
that's,
came out.
I think, just what makes me so irate. I mean, it's like the damage that's done
Yeah.
is so lasting. And, you know, I mean, thank goodness that these women are strong and can overcome and, you know, fuck these guys. Yeah. But I think people just don't.
There's no way to make that right.
There's no way to make it right.
Well, the criminal justice
forever changed after. Yeah.
Well, the criminal justice system failed, letting him out just because he had good behavior, not looking at the actions that he did.
Well, and that's the other side of it. Is I just feel like, you know, and this has been my own perception, and you know, but I feel like there's got to be so many statistics to back it up. But I just feel like crimes against women are not. They're not heavily punished, and it's just so frustrating.
Yeah,
I get so angry every single time we talk about this, and it's like, yeah, he had 5 years, or he had, you know,
it's rough.
Oh, I get so mad.
It is difficult for sure, but hopefully it's getting better.
Well, yes, I know, and I hope Mary is like, fuck him, I'm gonna be my best person.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's not gonna have any control over me. So
exactly.
Oh Lord,
I have never been summoned for jury duty.
Really? I've been summoned like 4 times.
Yeah, I have never.
I remember I went one time. I got a summons, and it was right when the 4th Harry Potter book came out.
My gosh.
And I was like, no, excuse me, it was the 5th Harry Potter book.
Like, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Well, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna read that book. It's gonna be awesome. So I trot down to the courthouse with my Harry Potter book and the big old hardcover. And my boss's wife is there. And so I have to chat with her the entire time. And the entire time in the back of my head, she's very pleasant and a very nice woman. But in the back of my head is like, bitch, I could be reading Harry Potter right now. This whole time I could be reading it. I could have been through like 8 chapters by now.
Yeah. Okay, Cassie, let's hear your stories.
So I have 2 stories that came to mind that I wanted to share that weren't anything, you know, that I researched. So these 2 stories both come from family that's not actually family. They're like,
Close
they're
friends.
Sister
and so
from
you,
another
mister?
Yeah,
Is
so
that
you
what you're
grow
saying?
up. Yeah, basically. You grow up and, you know,
Brother from another mother?
To start, my cousin, April.
Is it just like, I'm Aunt Michelle? Is
yes,
that what you're
exactly.
saying?
You know, I mean, you make your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not biologically Aunt Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't even say your name without saying aunt in front of it.
I get it. I'm like an awesome aunt.
Okay.
You are pretty wonderful.
That's how I roll. I do the
awesome
aunt thing. What can I say? I love it.
I like being an aunt too.
Well, you can love them and squish them and spoil them and then give them right back.
Bye-bye.
That's the best.
It's true.
Yeah.
So April is 3 years old.
Okay.
And she's sitting on the curb just off of her house.
So when was this?
She's probably 3 years younger than me. So I think she's probably like 26, 25.
Okay. So this is 23 years back.
Right.
Now. I'm not going to try to do the math here, but yeah, we get it.
Okay.
Because I can't confirm nor deny.
I guess.
Yes.
Okay, so little 3-year-old April is sitting on the curb, probably
Yes.
living her best life.
She is. She's just sitting there playing, not exactly sure, outside of her house. And the kids across the street are playing with a gas can, and they throw matches in it. And it blows up and lands in her lap.
Are you serious?
Gosh.
I'm serious. So...
Okay, so these little... How old are these little hooligans that are across the street?
Not sure.
Probably 7, 8. And so they have like a half-filled lawnmower, red can type thing. Throwing matches.
So it blows up, and then the red can lands on her...
Part of it lands in her lap. So I don't remember the percentage of her body that ends up being burned, but she has...
Well, because the gas, I'm sure, spills all over her. Also, oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
A few partial missing fingers, a few missing toes. She's got partially burnt face, chest area.
Well, I would imagine probably her whole
another-
legs.
her lap. Yeah.
So, was her fingers amputated because of the burns, or like they just like severed
burned
off,
in
or
the fire.
I'm not exactly sure.
yeah.
Oh
when it
my
landed, it
gosh.
just kind of like.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy cow.
At 3 years old.
That's terrifying.
I bet her mom was watching and lost her fucking shit.
Right. Probably couldn't move fast enough.
Oh.
Sitting there, you know, in front of the window in the family room, and all of a sudden something's blazing in her front yard. Oh, poor 3-year-old kid.
So
That would be
Cow.
devastating.
yeah,
So,
no, I can't even fucking imagine.
I mean, naturally, I would say that she's probably, she's a survivor still
Yeah.
today.
So my brother-in-law fucking was lighting like a backyard fire with gasoline, and he like it was kind of going, and so he was like, well, fuck it, I gotta make this shit burn brighter, and like sort of took the gas can and sort of splashed it in, and
It ran up the splash.
ran up him and burned his face off. And that
Oh my
is
gosh.
not even a fucking joke. Like his entire face like just kind of melted, and he never like went to the hospital or anything. He just like kind of went.
What?
Yeah, they like wrapped him up in gauze and he laid in his bed for about a week.
No.
And he wouldn't let anyone see him or anything, but it was just
man.
pure scab, like his
Oh
whole
my
face.
gosh. He needed a skin graft or something.
No, and he actually healed up pretty
Okay.
well. I don't think it went that deep. Like I don't think it burned for that long, but fucking burns are the worst.
My good friend Jim Johnson, he's an 80-year-old man, and he is just the
I think I've
bee's
heard
knees.
about
You met
Jim
him at the
Johnson.
wedding.
Okay.
So he was just recently fishing in, I think, Okanaga, Washington,
Okay.
where his son lives, and his son is a volunteer firefighter. So they were up there, and he got called out on a wildfire, and when they were out in the truck driving through it, the truck stopped working, I think, because it runs out of oxygen because of the fire. So they had to get out and walk, and I think the wind changed, and he fell, and I think got hurt, or the fire was moving too fast, so he ended up covering himself.
Oh my
and
gosh.
which saved his life, but he's right now in a medically induced coma.
Oh, no.
I believe something like 60%.
Oh, if his body is burned.
So,
He's in the hospital right now?
yep. Yeah, there's been quite a few articles out on
goodness.
him.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Well, and I
Christopher
just know
Johnson.
burn recovery is, I mean, so intense. I read this one book, and I think I've actually mentioned this in a past podcast, where the treatment for it is they have to scrape off all that dead skin, and so they essentially just keep scraping until you can feel it. And so that's when they know they've gotten to actual skin. And,
Ew.
So you
awful.
have to be completely
Awake.
and conscious, and to be able to say, okay, that's excruciating right now.
Yeah.
You need to stop. Oh, God.
So with your cousin, and she's 26 now, right? You said?
Yeah.
So does she still have, like, you can see the scars?
Oh, yeah,
And-
definitely.
yeah. And she still has fingers missing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. But she's, is she thriving?
She is. She has.
They're thriving,
Yes.
as we like to say.
She has, I believe, 2 or 3 beautiful children.
Aw.
And she is,
It's just killing it
she's a
at
beautiful
life.
person.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I
great.
don't get to be a part of her life as often as I'd like to because of the distance, but she is one of the survivors
Wow.
that I'm.
It's so young.
That is. Does she remember it? Do you guys ever talk about it, like when you were kids, or
No,
not really?
not that I remember.
I know. I'm trying to think.
I doubt she would remember that at 3.
At 3 is very young.
Yeah.
You know, and
Probably
then,
not.
or if she does, she's probably got, flashes of it, and not, hopefully not the.
Or one of those
Pain.
things where you remember it through the story that your parents have told millions of times in front of you. So my mom has this friend that we've always called Uncle Joey.
Okay.
Uncle Joey.
He's actually really attractive, so that's always been weird.
Oh.
How old is Uncle Joey?
I think he's in his probably late 40s.
Well, we know he's a survivor already.
He is like big time survivor. So when I told my mom I was doing this and I wanted to tell the story of Joey, she refreshed my memory on, how everything happened in the particular story that I was going to share. And then she went on to tell me just how accident prone he really was. Like, he actually has a ginormous scar across his entire face. I don't remember what that was from. Oh, fell down a flight of stairs while carrying a coffee cup, and he fell on the coffee cup and it sliced his face.
That'd be the fucking
my
story
But
of my
still,
life.
he is hot
Bringing
and
you
looks
coffee.
like total badass.
Well, it probably made it even more so. You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
yeah.
Have I met Uncle Joey? I don't think I have.
I don't think.
I hope you never do, Michelle.
I'm just curious, of course.
I'm noticing all her tells.
Go on.
So, he and some of his buddies were just walking around town. I believe they had been drinking, young teens, and they decided to cross the tracks where a train was. It was stopped, it wasn't moving. So they thought they would just, jump.
Oh my god,
jump
my
between
heartbeat
the cars.
is already like, this is gonna be a fucking Stand By Me situation. Okay,
So
sorry,
I mean,
go ahead.
the trains
Are not
still,
going anywhere.
So he's the last to go, and just as he steps on the pieces that connect the two train cars, it couples. They were stopped because they were coupling cars.
Oh my
And
god.
so the couple went up between his toes and like coupled the entire foot up to the ankle.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. So here he is stuck there now.
Uh-huh.
So now he's depending on his drunk buddies to,
So is
quickly
his,
save his life.
like, foot fucking shattered?
Oh yeah, I mean
just
he can use his foot, and I've seen him in flip-flops. It's all there, but it's, he
Pretty.
definitely looks like a badass.
Oh
Face,
my
foot,
gosh.
probably some other spots.
Okay.
So his friends, did they help him? I'm assuming they did.
So I believe that they ran up to the conductor,
Okay.
and
they're like,
I mean,
our dude is stuck in the
yeah.
train back there.
yo, my guy!
Oh my
So
God.
they can't just uncouple it, I mean, he'll bleed out. So
Oh, I didn't even
they
think
had
about
to
that.
cut the train apart and take him to the hospital, with the
whole
couple
gizmo?
still, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
How long did that take? It must have taken hours.
I
to,
imagine, yeah.
to cut that
Yeah.
off.
And then what do they do with those train cars now that won't couple? Also, they have to probably bring in machinery because you can't just pick it up and move it.
Yeah.
God damn it, Cassie! I didn't even think about
Wow.
that.
Yeah, I know. I just barely thought of that now.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
It's a lot of taxpayers' money, right?
No doubt. Thanks a lot, Drunk Joe. Uncle,
I don't
honorary
want to
Uncle
meet you
Drunk
anymore,
Joe.
Uncle Joey. That's not true. I do want to meet him.
So, good time. Joe Hughes.
Oh my
That
god,
is
that's
crazy.
April Phillips. Survivors.
so. How long did it take to recover from something like that? Who even knows?
Yeah, I bet it did shatter his foot, or...
I bet it took at least, I don't know, I'm gonna say 6 hours to cut him free. And so you're just sitting there.
Well, and yeah, imagine he's tiptoe in this coupler.
So it's like a chain, right? Kind of comes together and clicks together around.
Right.
I'm doing a lot of hand gestures,
Yeah.
which no one can see. But
They
so
look
he's
great.
stuck in there.
Uh-huh. Sounds really painful.
Michelle's
So
hand gestures.
We'll do a boomerang. Sorry.
There'll be a whole nother show for that.
Holy
Oh, dear.
cow. So I bet he was in pain the whole time then. Unless his adrenaline was in, then we hear that people don't really feel pain.
Yeah, maybe he went into shock. I feel like
after a while,
he
probably got used to the
I bet
pain
he felt
or something
pain.
like that.
Well, and he was drunk.
Oh.
That's true. That probably helped a little bit.
But I wonder how that affects your adrenaline rush.
I just wonder, I mean, he had, I can just imagine just sweating and kind of going in and out of consciousness and just being in incredible pain for however fucking long. And then what do? I mean, they must have all been maybe they put like, they jacked up the metal. I mean, because if they cut it off and then it like just falls down, I mean, that's going to be
his friends and
excruciating.
people would need to be like right there for him to lean
like,
on and
supporting
such
him
because
I mean,
I would think he would have been passing out or
like coming in and I could see that and just oh my god, that's insanity. Was that crazy. In Oregon?
Idaho.
I'm like Idaho.
Pocatello, Idaho.
I don't know what's going on with me today.
Were you there? Were you, I mean, like around?
I don't even think I was a twinkle in my mom's eye at that time. That was one of her best friends growing up.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on and suggesting this awesome drink.
It was delicious. You got me over my, what is the word? Like complete aversion to Moscow mules. Like I see them on the menu and it just sort of makes my
survived
teeth...
your own worst nightmare of again passing out on the sidewalk with those two
due to Moscow mules.
Those two beauties that are coming to visit you.
Yes, that's true. Amy and Debbie, we'll all meet them soon.
Well, thanks for having me. This was so much fun.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you had fun. So if you like to follow us, we're on Instagram and Facebook at I Should Totally Be Dead Right Now. And if you have your own survival story that you want us to read on the podcast, email us at ishouldtotallybedeadrightnow@gmail.com. And yeah, and we will see you on the next episode. So bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Peace.